Marlene, we can't hear you.
Hello, comadres, and welcome to the Moon Report. My name is Marlene, your resident moon goddess, and we have a full moon in Sagittarius today. So I have good news. I personally believe things are going to ease up. This Sagittarius full moon is going to bring a lightness with it, this expansive energy. And I personally think it's going to get us deeper into our belief system and what we need so that we get to that hopeful place. Sagittarius is all about optimism. It's the adventure of the zodiac. And before we get into all the things full moon, I just wanted to, go back to what a full moon is for any of the comadres that are beginners and that are watching or jumping on live. We have a full moon when the sun is opposing the moon. And when that becomes exact, the full light of the sun reflects off of the moon. And that is what we call a full moon because it's in its full illumination. And this brings us awareness about things that may have been hidden, things that need to go in our lives so that new things and new beginnings start, right? So that we can bring things that we desire into our life and we are fully aware of the things that get in the way of that. So that is what a full moon is, and it is a time of letting go typically. This full moon is definitely a time of letting go. Sagittarius is sitting across from Gemini. So the sun is in Gemini and the the moon is in Sagittarius. And, things that are Gemini are, your close community, your psychology, your intimate thoughts, your communication, and your communication primarily to your local community and the things that are happening around you all the time. And when the full moon happens in Sagittarius, the sun is illuminating over to Sagittarius that we need to look outside of these things, outside of the things that are happening right in front of us and in our community. And now our vision is being sent to an expansive vision, into new sights, into things that maybe you have been dreaming about and haven't culminated just yet. This is maybe the time to have that broader view so that you can see how these things that you wanted to manifest can come into existence. Sagittarius is about expanding your view. It's ruled by Jupiter, which is the biggest planet in the solar system. And it's been called the guru of love. So everything that it touches, it just expands, just like love. So it's touching your viewpoint. It's touching your understanding. It's touching your belief system. And it's asking you to have, if your belief system is limited, it's asking you to open that up, to have a broader viewpoint and a broader understanding of what you are capable of doing, what is capable of being done, and where are you limiting yourself? Where are you believing your limitations, especially? Sagittarius has to do with our belief system. And, where are you not being an adventurer in your life? Where are you feeling stagnant or stuck or just about your immediate surroundings? Where are you hearing the call that you need something more, that something wants to be born? And for that to happen, you need to leave behind whatever is limiting that viewpoint. As I mentioned, Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius, and Jupiter right now is in Aries, and it's starting its new adventure. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, so it is starting on this new cycle. And when I was thinking about what I was going to say today, I was like, man, just put your intentions into Jupiter. just declare your intentions into Jupiter and let Jupiter take that ride with your intention. What are you ready to take off in your life? Excuse me. And that is ready to take off has to be in full alignment with your beliefs. It is important that you trust in what you believe is possible, because if you go ahead and use my idea to somehow, some way, ceremonially, ritualistically, or just verbally put your intentions into Jupiter, you have to trust that come high, come low, come middle ground, your intention is writing its course. The Sagittarian card in the Tarot is the Temperance card. And it has a lot to do with patience. Most Sagittarians have no patience. It is a fire sign, and it is quick, and it will light you up, okay? And you won't even see it coming. You'll almost take it as a compliment and be confused and be like, wait a second, is she insulting me, or is he insulting me right now, or is he like jazzing me up? You know, because they have such an intellectual way of using their words, and they move fast. Sometimes Sagittarians can be called flighty because they move so fast. You know, they could be accused of not being able to commit because they are just committed to the truth, their truth. And I tell you all these things about Sagittarius because I need you to see how you need to fully believe in your truth, no matter what, whether you're viewed as flighty or crazy or out of your mind or delusional or overly optimistic. This is the time to really believe in what is possible, because Aries will take care of that for you. Aries is also a fire sign. It's the first fire sign of the zodiac, like I mentioned. So this fire is a little bit, let's say a little bit immature, I guess. It's like baby fire, right? So what I want to bring up here is that with this baby fire, there is a caution, right? So Aries tends to be impulsive, and sitting with Jupiter in Aries is a conjunction with Mars and Chiron. And what this means is that Mars and Chiron are within 5 degrees of each other. Chiron is the wounded healer, and Mars is the planet of action and drive and moving. So this full moon is squaring this area. It's sitting with the ruler of Sagittarius. And there's a lot of attention to Aries. And Aries with Mars will act, will move. But with Chiron there, watch what you say. Watch how you move. Watch what you do. It is wise to take a step back and think about what you're going to do next. There's going to be a lot of fire and a lot of impulsion behind whatever it is you want to manifest. But you don't have to run people over or be rude or bite somebody's head off to do it. You could be kind. You can move with integrity. You can think about what you're going to say and act with thought. So that's what I would really recommend, because there could be an oops. Don't rush into things right now. Yes, set your intentions. Yes, release the things that get in the way of that. But think about what you're going to do when you take the next step, and do it differently. There's a big attention right now on not repeating the same patterns and watching yourself in that kind of oops. And then after you've said it or after you've done it, there it is. And then you have to apologize. You have to find yourself reflecting. You have to do the work behind of that. And really to just keep yourself very aware of this, you can avoid a lot of those things. There is a really big focus on these planets that are urging you to recognize how far you've come, how much work you've done. Honor yourself. Chiron is asking you to honor the process that you've been through. You know better. You know better. We've all been through a lot collectively. Not just me, not just you, everyone. And it's really important that we honor that not only in ourselves, but we don't, fire off on others. So impulsion is high, repeating patterns of I don't want to say bad behavior, but of I don't know, behavior that you just don't like, I guess, or like that you don't want to see yourself repeating. Things that you have already overcome and you have, and you may see yourself playing out an older version of yourself. Catch yourself, be vulnerable. Don't be in your ego. With these fire signs, I love me the fire signs. I'm a rising fire, but we have an ego. It's all about us. We're always right. We own the truth. That is collectively being expanded in the planet. And we could find ourselves watching our ego do something and then being like, oh, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Honor yourself. Recognize how far you've come. Know that you've matured and that these planets are here to just finally resolve these things so that they're out of your way. This kind of behavior can limit us in progressing to what we want to manifest. Emotions will get in the way. So watch that. Also, Saturn is a big player in this collective story because it's going retrograde, but it's in a favorable conversation with this full moon. Now, we've been seeing Saturn in the last few weeks, and also if you've been watching these moon reports, that it's always been, in play, but in some kind of square, which means that it's, not in favorable conversation with the other planet. In this case, it is, and there is an insight that could come through. So I want to be able to make you aware of that so that you stay open and allow emotions, allow things to come through, because there's something that is going to come through based on something that you've been wanting to resolve, or a conversation that you want to have, or something that you've wanted to communicate but you haven't found the words. Stay open to what is it that you've been pondering. Is there something that you've been pondering? Is there something that you need to make a decision on? Because Saturn plays a lot with decision making and teaching us how to make decisions. So there's an insight. Stay open. I think there will be a little gift from Saturn that is coming your way. And, Saturn comes with an iron fist, but really pays big. So trust yourself. Trust yourself. Trust in you and in what you believe and in what you understand about yourself. It's time to own certain things. And that's what I feel like. I feel like we've done a lot of hard work. We've gotten beat up, some of us. We've been through highs and lows. And I mean beat up by life situations, but we're strong, and our experiences are valid, and our viewpoints are valid, and what we understand about ourselves is important. So don't be afraid to put that first. Don't be afraid to trust in that, because that's what we got. That's what we got. When everything else looks like a shit show, that is what we have, And some of us, depending on what part of the world we're in and what part of the country we're in, we're looking at very different things, very different shit shows. So trust in yourself, trust in your belief system, trust that you can move forward with things that are in alignment with you. I believe in you, comadre. Believe in yourself. So enjoy this full moon, have a lot of fun. Do that, do some sort of intention in releasing your limitations, and maybe play with Jupiter tonight and talk to the planet of expansion and see what how your intentions can ride on a new adventure. Okay? Big love, big hug. Take good care.